Good morning from the top of Silver Hill Wood this morning, and without too much further ado, there is a little bit of sunshine over there in the east where the sun's coming up from, although they did say this morning on the weather 40% chance of rain. So there we are, that's how much that's worth. There's the old miner. I like to salute the miners every time I come up here. Good morning. Now, before we go any further, press-ups challenge. 25 press-ups, 25 days to raise awareness for mental health in the UK. Around the world is good as well, but that's not what this is about. This is about our country and our people. So, 25 press-ups, 25 days. I'll deal with the nominations in the text afterwards. Alright, put that down there. I'm sure we'll make it alright in a minute. 25 and 25. This is day 3. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 press-ups, day 3. Person who has been nominated will be notified, ridiculed and vilified. Actually, it was somebody who volunteered, so that's why they're the top of the list. Yeah, I've got a list. I've been organised with this one. Why have I been organised all of a sudden when I'm quite famous for never being organised and hating organisation? Well, it's because I believe in the cause. I don't generally get involved in things that I don't believe in, and I thoroughly believe in this one. So, mental health awareness. I've lost too many friends. I will go through a couple. An old schoolmate of mine, his dad, one, I won't say names, one of the most balanced, right on South London blokes I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. Retired, moved away from London, I won't say where because, you know, data protection and whatnot, and I haven't asked permission to talk about him. Went away somewhere else to retire. His poor dear wife died, left him alone. Well, not alone, he had 11 kids, never alone, but lonely. That reminds me of somebody else I was talking to early hours of this morning, feeling lonely because this person lives on a flat by themselves. You're not lonely, no need to be. Reach out, you've got us, you've got your community. Well, this dear fella didn't have the internet, didn't have his pals round him, and this younger girl wormed her way into his affections, wormed her way into his wallet, and when he found out, or come to his senses, became aware of what was going on, he topped himself. Couldn't take it anymore. Couldn't take the shame of having been a proud man all his life, and then all of a sudden being what he called to himself, I suppose, ridiculed, put down, made a mug of. No need for it. He's a man gone. Bunch of grandkids deprived of their granddad. No need for it. But it was real to the man. And every single suicide of the hundreds and hundreds, it was well over 1,000 a year who killed themselves through depression, well over. I think the number I said was 4,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a lot. And it starts with feeling down, feeling isolated, feeling depressed, feeling there's no way out. That's why my mission from day one of lockdown has been to fight against that, to rail against that. We are not alone. We are not useless. We are not isolated, and people do love us. Even if it's somebody you've never met, just saying a nice word on the internet, you know, it feels good. It feels good to me when I read it. Up with people. I'm on that, as I've said many times, Black Dog Riders, mental health awareness group. And we, Andy, thank you again. We are doing wonders for each other, we are. We should all give ourselves, if you're a member and you're watching, give yourself a pat on the back. Because every time you type a positive comment, every time you tick a like to somebody else's comments, you are helping save and improve another life. That's no joke. That's no joke. That's not putting that down, and it's not bigging it up beyond what it should be. That's exactly what it is. Now, there's another mate from Sheffield. Got poorly. Couldn't ride his motorbike. Member of a motorbike club. Couldn't ride his motorbike. And his pals from the club didn't go and see him like they should have done. A couple of individuals, but the club didn't bother. As clubs do, they sometimes just move on. They're not all dedicated like the 1% boys. The lower minnow type clubs, like the one I was in. There's no natural fraternity there. You have to make it happen. Because you ain't got them decades of history like you've got with the backpatch boys. Anyway, this one lad could not take it anymore. Could not take what he saw as his isolation, his disability, his inability to ride motorbikes, and the fact as he saw it, the opinion, the view, that he was alone, that he was isolated. And he done the same thing, took himself out to his shed, and good night Vienna. Terrible, terrible waste of a life. Terrible waste of a life. There's no need for it. You are never alone. It is never too late. You see that there? See the semicolon in there? Your life is like a sentence. It ain't over. That's what the semicolon's for. Because it's not a full stop. There's more to write. You're here until you're not. Lord knows there's nature, an incident, an accident taking enough lives without people going out and topping themselves. There's no need for it. Stop it. I've been there. I'm not sitting in some lofty position looking down on people saying, you should be like me. I've been on the top of a bridge looking down. That's how this all started. Remember? 86? 86 of these I'm on now, I think. But 91 days now. 91 days since we entered lockdown. We were in Ireland, we missed the very beginning. 91 days. And the whole point of me starting was when I said a view from a bridge. And the reason I went to a bridge was because if you say to me, mental health, suicide awareness, I think of bridges. Because that was my chosen way out. More than once have I stood on a bridge and thought, you know what, just swallow dive off of this. Because it's all too much. Because I was the same. I felt like I was isolated, like I was alone, like there was no point carrying on. And I wish that I had somebody saying to me, Ed, stop it. People love you. Look at your kids. Look at the grandkids you ain't got yet. Which I now, thank God, have got. Because I didn't jump. My grandkids were up a few days last week because of an incident in the family and they had to be with me. So we had to, not exactly break lockdown, but we had to take it to its edges of credibility. And it don't really matter what the law said in that instance, because do you know what? They had to be with me for their mental health and well-being, and for my mental health and well-being. Because sometimes you just got to step up. Now, I've done my 25 press-ups this morning. It's the 1st of July. I'm already 3 days in because I started a couple of days early. Because you know me, I don't like rules. So I shall finish before the end of July will I finish on? The 22nd. I will finish my 25 days. So, in the meantime, you can look forward to more of this. And if you don't like it, well, you'll have switched off by now, wouldn't you? And I'm going to leave you as this walking man walks up here. And no doubt he wants to have a minute up by the miner, so I'll let him have it. I'll leave you with a view from the miner. Over there, I've said this before, Mansfield in that direction, Lincoln in that direction, 32 miles. Can you see the colliery over there? Colliery chimney, Plesley. And over there through the trees, I might have to go and stand up on a rock up here. Let's see if I can do this. Gap in the trees over there. Hardwick Hall. Down over that way is the M1. And that'll be the rolling hills of North Nottinghamshire. Over there's South Yorkshire. And over there's Derbyshire. So it's goodbye from me, from the highest point in the county. And I'll talk to you again. God bless you all. Ta-da.